The stoma, I skip, I walk, I run, I've done press-ups.
I've run marathons, I'm training for others, but I run all the time, I weightlift, I gym, I've never had an issue.
The stoma, I can't handle any spice
Really?
whatsoever.
That is
Because
so
the output
interesting.
is just liquid.
Everyone's different, everybody's body's different. And certainly people with Crohn's, what I can eat, someone else with Crohn's can't. So again, it's just take things steady. Just eat little bits of things to try it.
But there is absolutely nothing that having a stoma will stop you doing. It's you that's stopping you doing it, not the stoma.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, welcome back to episode 4 of Beyond the Pouch podcast, Men's Health Taking Over. Today we're going to be talking about nutrition, exercise and diet, hydration and everything in between when it comes to stoma surgeries and having a bag. So obviously, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Great to be back.
Keith,
Really
Chris,
is.
Mo, how are we all doing?
Good, thank you.
Very well.
Yeah, feeling fit, feeling fresh as we go into this
feeling
podcast?
great.
Oh, loving it. I can't
Hydrated?
believe we're on the
Hydrated.
last and the fourth and the last
Definitely
one.
hydrated. Cheers, everyone.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
So what I
that's
wanted to
gone
chat
so
to you all
quick.
about today, or we can go through his face, tell us a bit about your stoma life with exercise, food, hydration, alcohol, beer reviews, things like this. So you want to kick it off?
I'll kick it off. Yeah. Where do I start?
At the beginning.
Okay then. So, obviously, guys, I'm the oldest in the room.
No,
64.
you're not.
64-year-old.
I thought
know.
Chris was.
No, no, that's me.
What's your skincare routine, please?
It's natural. It's just water and soap. Yeah. So, not only have I got a stoma, but a few years ago I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes as well, which it's not really a downside. I've always possibly guessed I was going to get type 2 diabetes because of my eating habits. They are shocking sometimes. I'm a born snacker. I will eat crisps, sweets, chocolates, cake. Oh, I love cake. They mention cake.
Good cake earlier,
Yeah. And inevitably, I ended up with type 2 diabetes. I'm a bus driver, so a lot of my job is sitting down.
Yeah.
And I did read that you could actually bring down the levels with the type 2 diabetes and get yourself back pre-diabetic. So I thought, there's a challenge in itself. So I started eating more sensibly, eating more sensibly, keeping myself fit. I walk a lot for charity anyway, and I
You're
have
doing
done
loads of stuff, haven't you?
I have done since 2016. I've always been out walking or skipping or running now. I'm a runner. And eating sensibly, like if I had a Sunday dinner, I would have roast potatoes, boiled potatoes, dauphinoise.
3 potatoes?
Yeah.
3 types of potatoes?
Yeah, loads of,
Love that.
Yeah.
Potato 3-way this evening.
Yeah, but I would just have plates full. So it's just about eating in moderation. you know?
Yeah, just 1 potato.
Yeah, and and I've also learnt to my shifts are very awkward sometimes. You know the timings, but I do try and not eat after 6 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
Which is a lot easier for the diabetes because otherwise it just stays with you.
Yeah.
So let's go to the exercise. Summer just gone. I decided to challenge myself to do couch to 5K.
Whoop, whoop.
Let's
It's
go.
the second time I've done it. I did it in 2019 and I completed the course. And after that, I did one run. I did one 5K run for Race for Life, raise some money. But after that, I just went back to walking.
Yeah.
And I thought it's going to be a lot harder this time. Do you know what, guys? It wasn't. It was a lot
Excellent.
easier.
Excellent.
I didn't get out of breath. I didn't hurt.
Wow.
I completed the 9-week course, and then the week before, I ran my first park run.
Congratulations.
In
Part run
30
crew.
38 minutes. So I was absolutely chuffed about
You're
that.
saying bolt over it.
Well,
Let's
let's
go.
say. So, yeah, with keeping yourself fit, eating correctly, I honestly feel the fittest, healthiest I've ever been in my life.
Love that. Love that.
And
Congrats, mate.
When you feel like that, it lifts you up anyway.
100%.
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. Well, I was
So-
going to say, like with food, you actually started to talk about shift work there, and that's
Yeah.
quite interesting because you do shift work as
Yes.
well. So, what's your diet and food life like with a stoma and doing shifts?
Dreadful.
Okay,
Yeah, just
is that just because of what you're eating in sweets, if you will, and
Yes.
custody sweets and stuff like that? Or?
I've always had issues with food, though.
Yeah.
I would kind of say I wouldn't say I necessarily had an eating disorder, but I certainly had issues with food, and just a lot of foods would have upset my stomach.
Yeah.
To the point where I think, what's the point of eating?
Yeah.
All it does is make me ill. So I really kind of fell out of love with food, and I could go 2-3 days without eating anything
Wow.
quite comfortably.
Wow.
Wow.
But I'd drink a lot of water.
Yeah.
But I would go days, but then I'd gorge.
Yeah.
Then I'd
you
think
get to
I
the
need
end and go,
food,
Yeah.
and then I would just eat loads and then be unwell
Yeah.
because I was eating loads when I hadn't eaten for 2-3 days.
Yeah.
So of course your body's going to be like, well, what's going on here? We've had nothing, and now you're filling it up. So that would just put me off eating even more. So I'd just eat little bits and just kind of graze, if you like, rather than having proper meals. So, and that still goes on now, really. I don't like eating in front of people, generally. And that makes me feel really uncomfortable because I've got an issue in here where
Yeah.
it gets stuck. And sometimes the only way I can get rid of it is to make myself sick.
I had no idea.
So, and it'd be really bad. So I'd be sitting there having a conversation with someone, having dinner, and next minute,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of choking on it because it's wedged.
Is that to do with your?
Yeah, I've got
Crohn's and bits and pieces
yeah, my
as well?
esophagus is quite damaged.
Right,
So
okay.
as things get stuck in there, or in the tube going down there.
Yeah.
So I'd have to excuse myself whilst choking, or I'd drink water and think that'll flush it down.
Yeah.
That wouldn't. It would come back out. So you're sat at a table with people, and all of a sudden you're spewing water everywhere because you're trying to be discreet and trying to unblock it, but the water's coming straight back out again. So then you're going off to the toilet to make yourself sick, and then you come back, your eyes are streaming from being sick, and I just thought it's just easier not to eat in front of people. And I do eat in front of people now. I've got better at it, but I'm always conscious of it. I always think, in a minute now, something's going to get stuck.
Yeah.
So I've
You're
always
waiting
had,
for it to happen.
Yeah. So I kind of have a love-hate with food. I love cooking. I love cooking. I do amazing barbecues. For my 50th this year, I did a huge chicken shawarma rotisserie on my barbecue.
Sounds like an invite. doesn't it?
Yeah, well, it should
It
have
was
been.
amazing.
Oh, it should have been. Yeah.
Homemade burgers. I always make my own burgers. So I love making food. But then on that day of the barbecue, that chicken shawarma took 4 hours to cook because it was so big.
Yeah.
But everyone loved it. And so I get the enjoyment from food that way.
Yeah, 100%.
So I didn't eat. That day, I didn't eat until 11 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
I just didn't eat all day long. But what I got was enjoyment from seeing other people eat. And eventually, once it got to 11 o'clock, and by this point, I'd had a few beers now, I thought, I'll have some food.
Yeah.
I've done my cooking, I've done my
Yeah,
bit,
yeah.
I'll sit back and relax. But in terms of everyday diet, I'm rubbish.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm working shifts. Sometimes I do make really nice lunches, and work can be really busy, and I don't always get time to eat it.
Yeah, totally understandable, yeah.
So it goes home and goes in the fridge, and then it ends up going in the bin.
Yeah.
But then on nights, when I work night shifts, I'll make myself a nice dinner, and we'll have a busy start to the shift, and it gets to sort of 2 o'clock in the morning.
Kind of plateaus.
Yeah, and I think we've got quiet time now, but then I don't want it.
Yeah.
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
and I think that lovely meal I've made would have been great at 6 o'clock in the evening, but at 2 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't look so appetising.
Yeah.
So then I won't eat, or I just eat crisps. That's my weak area, is crisps.
Do you find that doing shift work that like also impacts your output? So like it's not as regular. So like I'll try and eat as regular cadence as I can, but like traveling recently, I've noticed being on planes eating at 1, 2, 3 a.m. in the morning UK
Mine
time.
is mine's pretty regular. I have routines where I get up in the morning, I will go to the loo. I get to work, I will go to the loo, and then constantly I'm driving a bus. So every terminus, which is about probably an hour away, is always a toilet.
Yeah.
So I'm always using the toilet. So
okay.
my bag is constantly empty
Yeah.
and not about to cause me any problem.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
it's just sticking to that all the time. I don't find output any different any time of day.
No, I don't. Well, my problem is I don't have output as such, because I've
right.
also have slow bowel transit syndrome, which is what I'm waiting for surgery for. I can go I can wear the same bag for 6-7 days,
Oh,
and I will barely half fill it.
Blimey.
And I've tried all the multitude of diets.
Yeah.
I've tried them all, and nothing changes that. This slow bowel transit, nothing improves that. So now I just get the hump, and I just eat rubbish because I just think, well, what I've eaten all this healthy stuff. I've been eating it for months, and it's not doing anything. So I'm going back to a dirty kebab.
Crisps even 6 days.
Yeah.
But we spoke about mental health and how that affects your diet as well. For me, I was just gorging on kebabs, crisps, on all this unhealthy stuff, which for years I had removed it all from my diet, even sugar, getting rid of all that. But now I'm in this state where I just don't care anymore, and I'm just going at it hell for leather.
Whatever you feel
it's
like
not
eating.
a crisp packet big enough.
Completely agree, mate.
Maybe we could get this podcast sponsored by a crisp manufacturer of some sort.
I mean, the other day I was out with Leah, and I said to Leah, do us a favour, we're in Sainsbury's. I said, pop down the crisp aisle, get me a 6-pack of Monster Munch, pickle and onion Monster Munch. Love Monster Munch.
Other crisp varieties are available.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
They certainly are. So then we got back in my van, and I said, pass us a packet of crisps. She said, a packet? I said, yeah. She said, oh, I got you the jumbo bag.
Oh,
she said, I
nice.
thought you meant the big jumbo bag of
nice.
Monster Munch. It was literally that big. I ate that by the time I got home.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm just a menace with crisps.
Yeah, I'm terrible
like you
with
say,
crisps.
Mo, there just isn't a bag big enough.
If it's okay, I appreciate lots of different types of foods. They're foods that you avoid. You're like, I can't have that because of my stoma, or that's going to cause me issues.
What
like
changed for me was my spice tolerance.
Okay.
So where before, growing up, Pakistani household, we're used to chili.
Yeah.
It's in every dish that we make. But then once I had the stoma, I can't handle any spice whatsoever.
That is
Because
so
the output
interesting.
is just liquid, and it's just, and it pretty much food to mouth.
Yeah.
That's right.
and then it's
I've gone
in
the other
bag.
way.
Yeah,
I've
really?
actually gone the
Okay.
other way.
Yeah.
But before stoma surgery, I couldn't even eat curried beans without sweating. And now I just love spice.
Yeah.
I will have spice in anything. And I was never like that before.
Like pre-surgery,
Yeah, it's
I'd
weird.
have spicy stuff, and I was like, well, I know I'm going to pay for this later. Like, this is going to come out. UCY is really bad. Now I'm like, give me the hottest curry I have, because I don't have a ring of fire anymore, so it couldn't
Exactly.
be happier.
Yes,
Like,
I've
all good.
noticed
Wow, how
somebody is
strange.
posting a lot more cooking videos
Oh,
as
it's
well.
good.
It's
Look,
doing the
God,
cooking
love
videos.
that.
I'm loving your
love
cooking
it.
videos.
Thank you. I
Loving
love
them.
it.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
it's
good.
just like, I think the biggest thing for me with surgery was I said to my consultants, am I still going to be able to eat and exercise as I have done before? Because exercise is really important to me. Like, love the gym, run fitness, running, whatever. But eating is what I really enjoy doing. And they were like, you shouldn't have any issues. Just avoid some like things like whole mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I've had blockages where I've eaten mushroom tagliatelle, which tasted beautiful, and then it's stuck. And I'm like, cool, right, let's go away and eat. Let's
Doesn't
try and
matter how much
flush
you
that
chew a
out.
mushroom, does it? It still
flipping
comes out
it.
whole.
But there's like some trigger foods where you're like, corn won't touch. A little bit nervous about that. Even when I've gone to like, we were in Bali on my honeymoon the other day. We went to this beautiful restaurant, and they gave us this whatever dish it was with ingredients I've never heard of. And I was eating it, going, "This is rock hard. This is going to cause a big blockage." So I'll eat little bits and just politely give it to my wife. So, can you finish that? Because I feel really bad that they've spent hours doing it. But that was always the trigger bit for me having surgery, was that I may not have it if I can't eat or exercise the way I currently have. I would go, right, just give me more drugs then, and I'll then carry on, and I'll just live and bear with it. So what's it been like with, if we go to like more of the exercise side of things or fitness, health side of things, how has having a bag impacted your life?
It does,
It's impacted yours in a positive sense, because you're doing
it doesn't
5K
stop
couch
me
stuff.
doing anything. Like I say, with the stoma, I skip, I walk, I run, I've done press-ups. I usually hurt myself when I do everything.
You said you were injured earlier, and your wife did laugh. So.
Yeah, she's used to it. But it doesn't actually stop you doing anything. You know, I've two of my mates took me up Penavan, something I would never have done before.
Nice.
Gone up Penavan. Did it in less than an hour, not showing off or nothing, but did it in less than an hour. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
But there is absolutely nothing that having a stoma will stop you doing. Yeah. It's you that's stopping you doing it, not the stoma.
Yeah.
You know, just take it easy. Like I say, being fit and healthy is so important to everybody. If you can't go out and run 5K or walk 5K, open your back door, go to the end of the garden and come back. Do that a couple of times a day. You're keeping your body moving. And that's the most important thing. Keep your body moving.
Were you given any advice post-surgery then? Like, here's your... I've got to be honest, I was. Here's your pamphlet, and I hated
Don't
it.
pick a kettle up, that's what I was told.
Yeah, like,
it's too heavy.
Don't do this, don't do this. But all the pamphlets I got were of very elderly people.
Yeah.
And I looked at it going, that's not me though, is it? Like, I can understand why they may not. That person, he looks like he's going to break. Like, me turning the page is going to break. So, like, what advice were you given from your stoma nurses and care practitioners?
I don't think I was. I don't
From the
remember.
experience you've told me, that isn't shocking now.
No,
not
I
shocking
really
to me
don't
now.
think I was given any advice on exercise. I just carried on living, really. I just got a life back.
Because for your work, you've probably, now you're in a different area with your work. You probably were still running around after people and stuff like that. You need a level of physical fitness to restrain
you
people
do.
and stuff like that. So,
And, I still have to try and keep fit to a degree. And every year we have to reclassify, and I have to do the bleep test every year, which I always get through. And that's a mental thing, is I'm getting through this bleep test because I like my job, and there's youngsters near me that I'm not going to let beat me. So I'm running against them, and I'm a sergeant.
halfway
And,
through,
give them a quick trip. And they're PCs and I'm a sergeant, and I think, I can't not do this. This will not look good. So I will push through, because I do have... You're right in what you're saying, Keith. A stoma doesn't stop you. You can do everything you want, and you can absolutely achieve everything. But I just sound like a walking nightmare, don't I? I also have fibromyalgia, and I have arthritis. So
You sound like a medical journal.
Yeah, I can't run. I like running. I used to love running as a kid. I used to love long distance running, but I can't do it anymore. I tried recently, but my knees and my spine are in agony. But I can walk, but I can't walk long distances because I'm in agony. So those things that I used to enjoy, those I can't do, but that's not because of the stoma. It's because of other issues.
100%.
Now, some of those issues might have been caused by the Crohn's disease, because it's well renowned with Crohn's disease. You can end up with arthritis and joint problems. But I was still, at work, I do walk around the custody suite a lot if we're busy, going backwards and forwards down to cells and what have you. So I try.
In front of TV crews.
Pause for the cameras when 24 hours in police custody are filming. So I do try, but there are times when I can't. And I was discussing this with Mo outside, where I just cannot walk. And if we go on holiday, there were times when it was so bad, I had a walker that I'd use, and I'd have to stop and sit down. And Rachel was always like, we're going here, it's going to be a bit of walking, let's take all the painkillers we've got just to try and get me through that, so I could enjoy it with the family. So in terms of exercise, that exercise is painful. It hurts. So I don't do it, but I kind of stay active in other ways. I certainly try and keep the mind active, and where I can, I will walk. But I said to Mo when we were chatting outside, I work a 4-on, 4-off shift pattern. And when I finish that 4 days on, of 4 12-hour shifts, my first rest day, I'm in bed all day because my body hurts. Really,
Well, also,
really
12
hurts.
hours on working, that's not a normal shift pattern.
No.
That's tiring generally. If you do it 4 days, like, that's so understandable.
4 day week is
Plus,
hard.
plus all your current health ailments, stuff like that, you're going to be exhausted, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you go morning to night?
So we do 2-day shifts. So my day shifts are 6:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the evening.
Right.
And then my night shifts are 6:30 in the evening till 6:30 in the morning. So 2 days, 2 nights.
Throws your body clock down as well.
Absolutely. It does. And going back to the eating,
So
it just wrecks your eating habits, because we don't have breaks. We're supposed to, but sometimes we just don't have time. And like I say, if I've had a busy first 6-7 hours, and then I get that kind of lull period in the night, I just don't want to eat. I just think, I can't be bothered to eat that.
The appetite.
You go past it, which is wrong, but I can't force myself to eat. When I've tried that, and I'm eating it thinking, I just want to get rid of this, and it goes in the bin. I take home so many dinners that I don't eat. And then that has a knock-on effect when I'm on rest days. And like I say, I love cooking. I do the majority of cooking at home, but I like seeing other people eat.
100%. 100%.
Like I say, with the slow bowel transit, I've tried to eat all the healthy stuff. Doesn't work. I eat the unhealthy stuff. doesn't work. So I just think, what's the point?
Just eat what you want.
What's the point of
eat
eating?
what you want. 100%.
So yeah, that's kind of my story with nutrition and exercise, really.
I mean, I was going to say with yourself, mate, you said in the last podcast like about your leg and all those sorts of things. And obviously you've had like surgery with your stoma. Has there been things that have been harder for you after those surgeries with exercise and getting around?
I mean, exercise was important before surgery. And when I came out of surgery, having been told you could just walk this off, so I was like, okay, let's go with it.
Yeah.
I thought, same as you, feel the pain. That's part of progressing.
No pain, no gain sort of thing. Yeah.
Very much so. And I loved yoga.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
More than anything else. That's what I really enjoyed. And I thought, that's what I'll lean into.
Yeah.
I remember going to yoga sessions and my back was just so sore. I was in more pain than I was in before. And I kept going and I kept going. And my wife was just saying, you need to stop this.
Yeah.
It's causing more issues. You're in more pain, more discomfort. So then it was only when I went into Queen's Hospital, they said, you've got nerve damage. Yeah. And so I was like, right, let's see how far I can take this. I start walking, I stop, much like you, 10 minutes, and then I just wouldn't be able to walk anymore. To the point now where I'm in a wheelchair to get me round long distances. It's hard accepting that because the exercise you do, it fuels you with dopamine.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
You get that feel-good factor. And what Keith says, you kind of do what you can to bridge that gap.
Yeah.
But I would love to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And go back to doing yoga, cycling and all the rest of it. But it's just not possible anymore. And I'm still kind of finding my way around this as to,
Sort of trying to come to terms with it.
Yeah, because unfortunately, as the years have gone by, my mobility has worsened, the pain that I'm in has increased. So I then need to kind of factor in, right, what can I do, what can't I do, where are those quick wins? But it changes on a dime.
Yeah.
Wake up in the morning, I feel fine. I could probably walk to shops and back. And there's other days where I'm just laid up in bed. Yeah. I'm in so much pain. I just can't get out of bed and roll over or anything. So yeah, mine's more of a neurology issue rather than the stoma itself.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. Again, thank you for letting us know with that, because again, we've talked about mental health stuff, but even that must be really quite challenging as well, right?
Yeah, it is. Worst off, I don't want my family to see me in pain.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you when I need to be in bed, I'll just be in bed with the cover over my head and just shut off the world. There's other days where I can go out with them. It might be in the wheelchair just to take them to the park or run into town, walk the dog. You just find ways around it.
Because I mean, look, we actually caught up about earlier, and you shared a story about travelling down to podcasts today and going through all these things.
Nightmare.
And it was something that we left our hotel room and we came over here, and Chris and I were both like with Mo's in his mobility chair, and we sat there going, I've never experienced the world through this lens, because I was like, this is the way we're going to go. And we both are going, well, there's an immediate obstacle. We've got to do this. We've got to do that. And there were so many bits where, as we were walking through, I was feeling for Mo, like, we now have to cross the road because that car's parked in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You've got to step on something because you can't go over that.
Yeah, it makes
and
you
then
think totally different.
Oh, honestly. And then your story about the train journey.
Yeah, coming up here was just an absolute nightmare, because you think when you're travelling through public transport, you're reliant on someone else.
Yeah.
And, the gap between the platform. While I was in Paddington, I was supposed to have someone there that will take me off the train, give a ramp, so they could bridge that gap between the train and the platform. And they weren't there. So I had to get off at the next stop, which wasn't wheelchair friendly, but I could get over it. And I have to find my way back to Paddington, but I still face the same obstacles I was before. And it added, all in all, these issues that kept arising. A lift was broken, so I had to wait to find a way around that. All of these, I missed my train because of all of those factors. Like, now I've got to go to the ticket office, explain that to them, then go back to Great Western, explain it to them. And it added about 2 hours onto my journey.
Just waiting around as well. You were waiting for people, like literally, can you go get the ramp?
I was taken from a point from Paddington to, there was a Costa Coffee, and I was told, right, wait here, someone from Great Western will come and see you. Nothing. Wow. 20 minutes go by, nothing. And I'm looking. I go, do I go that way to where that lady went and ask for her help again?
Yeah.
But that means going down to the platform and they might miss me. Yeah. Or do I go towards what I think is where I need to be, but I'm not entirely sure. So you hedge your bets. I decided to stick. Chap did come eventually. Told him, I've missed my train. They've gone, you need a new ticket. I've gone, okay, fine.
It's really helpful. Thank you, mate. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah. And
incredible, isn't it?
You know, I was talking to my wife last night, and it almost brought me to tears because I was thinking, why does it have to be so difficult?
Yeah.
Just to get from A to B.
And it's not it's just crazy. Like, transport companies sort it out. Like, really simply sort it out. There was a saving grace though. There was someone in the Wells side of things who actually got the train driver to change platforms. He couldn't do enough for you. He said.
He was fantastic.
There are I know there are lots of people on social media who use wheelchairs who are campaigning for better things to happen with trains, you know, and assistance to be there when they need it.
Yeah.
Well, even just not on the transport thing. The whole point of why we're doing this is physical disabilities or more sort of seen disabilities, etc. Having a stoma bag is invisible, so still like advocating for like disabilities, all those sorts of things is really important because again, access just generally to toilets, stuff like that, especially when I've been running or if I've gone or I'm eating something and I get a blockage or whatever it might be, I need to use an accessible toilet. Men's toilets are not the cleanest of places, let's be honest.
I was in the Millennium Centre last night. And do you know, even after all these years, I still use the accessible toilet. But then, like, I went in and I came out, it was the interval, and there's like a massive queue of people waiting for the other toilets. And you just feel like everybody's just looking at you. They're not looking at you. No. You just feel everybody's looking at you, you know. Yeah. It's, I still use it. Yeah. I wouldn't stop using it.
You don't need to explain to anyone.
No, not at all. Not at all. They are called accessible toilets for a reason. They're accessible to everyone.
100%.
But some people still have that mindset of, why are they in there? You know?
Yeah. Well, look, like, I mean, this sort of links or sort of segues into sort of the next point. We'll talk about hydration, going to the toilet, all those sorts of things. Again, he picks up his glass at the perfect opportune moment. How have you found managing your hydration post-surgery? Because I will be really honest, I was so naive to this, right? I was like, doesn't matter. Like, you haven't got a colon anymore, Ant.
It does.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And I was just going about everything as normal. And it was only really the last 2 years where I've really started to notice, like, when my hydration levels drop, like, I get really depleted of energy. And I'm like, whoa, I'm getting a bit lightheaded. I've not drunk enough water.
I learned the hard way. I was working a shift, driving my bus, and it was a 10-hour shift. And it was very early in my ostomy journey. And I remember my bag started just watery output. So obviously I had a blockage somewhere and I didn't really understand about blockages. If you've got a blockage in your stoma, it will just let fluid past the blockage. So you're having a bag full of fluid, right? And this started happening. So every chance I got, I pulled in somewhere whenever I could and used the toilet, emptied the bag. Now this went on for 10 hours. I got back to the depot. I pulled onto the fueling station and I said to the guy that was there, I said, do you know what, I really don't feel well. And, you know, guys, he just and laughed. I parked the bus up I walked a short distance to the pay-in room and I collapsed on the floor. Totally dehydrated.
Wow.
Right? Luckily, one of my
Jeez.
colleagues came out to the toilet, found me on the floor, phoned an ambulance, and I spent the next 6 hours in the ambulance outside the hospital, just emptying my bag constantly into one of these trays.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I got inside, the doctor, they put a drip on me, and the doctor's talking to me now, and he's squeezing the bag. I said, what are you doing? He said, I got to get these fluids into you. You're so dehydrated.
Wow.
So I learned a lesson from that, and the lesson was, if I wake up in the morning to go to work and my bag is watery, I stay home.
Yeah.
Simple as that. I phone in sick, I stay home.
Yeah.
And as much fluid as coming out, I put back in,
Yeah.
obviously with solutions, to
Yeah.
get the salts back in me. But don't go running off to surgery like A&E like I used to, because all they're going to do is rehydrate you and send you back home.
Yeah.
So it's just about replenishing that, what you're losing.
I had a similar experience when I came back from skiing. I think I got norovirus because I went to KFC and stupidly, we shouldn't do this anyway. I'm eating. Yeah, there are other fast food things available. I was eating some fried chicken and it fell on the table, and I just picked it up off the table and ate it in a service station. I was like, "Well, that's not going to make me very well, is it?" And my wife was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm just so hungry, I don't care." Then I got really ill. And similar thing, went to A&E. I was passing loads of water out of my stoma. I had a blockage, went in, and the doctor was like, "You've got acute kidney failure. We need to get you hydrated ASAP." And I was like, "What? No, I've been drinking water." He's like, you're going like that, mate.
Yeah.
You're not drinking it, or you're not sipping it. You're just shoving it down, hoping that's going to hydrate. It's like, that's going to have the opposite effect. You need to sip and drink this and have this. And I was like, right, okay, fair enough. That's why it's not working.
You learn the lessons the hard way.
100%.
But these are the lessons.
100%. But I mean,
hydration is so key.
and it
really
is
is key.
And now I'm going to talk about dehydration, because we have a beer connoisseur in our midst.
Do we? Where is
We
it?
do. We have an individual who is very keen on beer and alcohol, and well, I say that in a sense. He's not like
He's not a raging alcoholic.
He's not an alcoholic. No, he enjoys it. He does some fantastic beer reviews. You haven't done it. Shameless plug into your channel, but obviously, having stoma, alcohol, how have you found it? Like, what are the challenges you see?
When it comes to hydration, that's something I'm really good at, and I've always been good at it.
I'm now going to drink.
You have some water while I talk. So I've always drunk lots of fluids right from a kid. My grandmother used to say, "God help us when he can drink beer, how quick he drinks." So I've always been a fan of fluids. So water is not an issue. I do drink easily 2 litres of water a day. That's not a problem. I really like fizzy water. So I've always got at work 3 or 4 bottles of fizzy water, and I get through those, and then I'll drink more water when I get home. Always take a bottle of water to bed, because I have to get up in the night to go for a pee a couple of times a night.
I mean, you do have the bag anyway. You have to empty your bag in the night. So
I
I only
always have a
found that
drink.
out when I turned 40.
Yeah.
It's like, why am I getting up in the middle of the night?
It's weird, isn't it? It just happens, doesn't it?
It's just weird.
All of a sudden, become old and have to get up and go for a wee in the night. So when I get up to go for a wee, I'll drink water. I have no issues with that. And I think that whilst I have slow bowel transit, I think if I didn't drink as much fluid as I did, that would be a whole lot worse.
yeah, probably slow even more.
Yeah, it would. It would slow right. Well, it would just stop really. So I have no issues with hydration. I like drinking. And I like a beer. Absolutely, I like a beer. So yes, I review beers on YouTube. Chris's beer reviews.
Favourite beer at the moment? Go on.
My favourite beer at the moment, was last night at Beer With You, because I was with good company.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Mate, I'll buy you another beer. It's fine. You don't need to butter me up on a podcast.
That's always my best beer. If I'm having a good time, if I'm having a good time and I'm having a beer, that's the best beer.
Yeah, no, look, it was
They
really
just say I'm
enjoyable.
teetotal, so I don't have that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do drink beer, and I review beer on YouTube, as we've said. And there's so many beers out there. There's millions.
Yeah.
And I just like sharing that with people. Look, I've got this beer from this country or wherever, whatever brewery. And I got onto that journey because I used to drink what we call mainstream beers. Years ago, I used to drink things like Stella. And Rachel always said to me, those beers are not helping your stomach. And I'd deny it. I thought, no. And in the end, I thought, do you know what? She could be right. So I stopped drinking them and things did improve. But then I thought, I can't give up beer. It doesn't make it clear I'm not an alcoholic.
I've got a channel, I've got to do it.
I got to review it.
So I looked at what the ingredients are in these mass-produced beers and it's bad news.
Yeah.
So I went on this journey of finding quality-made beers.
Yeah.
And found there's amazing beers out there that taste incredible, that are far better than this rubbish that we get mainstream. And then that's what led to me doing the beer review channel. I thought, I now need to share these beers with everybody else. So yeah, I do drink beer. I don't drink to get drunk. I drink because I like a beer. I like to review it. And the pleasure and sitting with friends, having a beer. You know, you can sit with friends and drink water and still have a great time.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely you can.
Like we're doing now.
Like we're doing now, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I've been out for the evening and I've had a few, then I really make sure that I'm drinking lots of water when I get home. And as soon as I get up in the morning, I'm drinking a lot more water again, just to flush that through.
Yeah, especially like anyone who's got like, stomas or necessarily IBD as well. It's all about the rehydration side of things. And that's like, I love a good beer. I love a good glass of wine. I love it. Sit back. Winter's here now. I haven't got a fire, but if I were to put one on, have some red wine, just kick back, mate. Couldn't be happier. But then I've got
to get a screensaver.
Yeah,
it's not as warm though. Do you know what I mean? Still sitting there freezing. I don't want to put the heat on yet.
Yeah, cup of tea.
Yeah, but exactly. It's then that side of going right, rehydrate, and I think that's really important, and especially for someone who hasn't had stoma surgery yet or is thinking about stoma surgery, you can still go out and have a great time.
Yeah.
You will still get a hangover. A stoma will not solve that.
No.
But it's about the rehydration side of things. And like, you've got to be really quite careful with it, which I have known to my...
Anyone tried those effervescent tabs that you put in
loads
the water?
and loads of tablets and things.
They're very good.
There's loads on the market. There's so many.
Some are better than others.
Yeah.
I like the C-Mark solution. You can
Is that the one you make yourself? Sort of
when you
thing?
make yourself, Jane tends to make it for me and put it in the fridge. It's lush.
Yeah.
And it really works, So just, Google it.
Yeah, there's loads of those.
St. Mark solution. Fantastic.
I'm pretty sure Ekin and Respond have done a few hydration posts as well about it.
Yeah.
As well, so.
The bottom line is, if you've got a stoma, be it a colostomy or an ileostomy, you've got to stay hydrated. It's that simple.
Or it's bad news.
Yeah, it is bad news.
Hydration is so important.
Lemon water.
Yeah, lemon water.
Lemon water's nice.
Definitely.
Nice.
Because it's the alkaline.
I like how we've gone full circle. What's your favourite beer at the moment? And then lemon water. That's nice.
Lemon water, actually.
And
we're all drinking a glass of water.
Well, I'm teetotal as well. So
Well, I'm teetotal and I watch his beer reviews. How does that work?
It's for the person.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. Yeah, just watching you, Chris. Just watching you.
I like it when you're doing them. You're like, I've already drank half of it. Sorry, I couldn't wait. It was that good. But I'll taste it again for you, everyone.
Where's it all gone?
If you were I'd I'd like to ask a question in terms of like if you're returning to exercise after surgery. Like all of you have done like different things. You've obviously gone on 5 couch to K. That doesn't make
Couch
sense.
to 5K.
Couch to 5K. Thank you. I'll put my teeth back in. Your journey's been slightly different, but like if someone had surgery and they're like, right, I want to get back to exercise. I want to either get back into running or weightlifting. That's quite key. Like don't lift the kettle. What advice would you give someone in that space?
I think it goes back to what we said earlier when when you talk about the intimacy podcast we did. Take your time.
Yeah.
Everything slow time. Take your time. Build things up.
Make sure you're recovered before you start anything.
Yeah.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Don't push yourself.
Yeah,
exactly
don't
that.
set yourself targets that are going to be stupid to try and achieve.
Yeah.
Support, if you've got a stoma, support your stoma area. And I mean the area behind your stoma.
So like getting a hernia support belt sort of thing?
100%. Yeah, because all I was ever told when I left hospital was, this was 13 years ago, don't lift anything heavier than a kettle. A few weeks later, I started sneezing, coughing, didn't hold my stoma area and support it, and I've got a hernia. The only good thing is that I found a fantastic belt that keeps it at bay. And with the help of this belt over the last 12, 13 years, I've avoided more surgery. Maybe later in life, I may have to have more surgery. But whatever you're doing, any type of exercise, support your stoma. Because once you get a hernia, it is bad news, trust me. It really is.
It's interesting because I've had sort of very similar in the opposite where I've had surgeons say to me, you need a support belt straight away. And I've had other surgeons go, no, you're actually quite strong. You build up your strength. Like, you may not need it. And I think really the key is like finding out what's going to work for you. If you feel like you need to get a belt, get one. But see what's available through prescription. And I'd really recommend, if you're going to get one, get measured. Like the ones you can buy off the shelf or buy off Amazon or wherever, like they're not going to be necessarily tailored to your needs.
No. The ones, I don't know what brand it is, but they'll come to your home. They're through the stoma nurse, so they'll come to your home, they'll measure it, they'll tailor it. It's like all your little curves and where it kind of might dig in. Takes about 6 weeks, and you could get. I think you get 2 every year.
Okay. I've got a belt company that do the same thing. They'll come and measure me, and they're quite good. They'll ring and just say like, "Still working, everything all right? Do you need to change?" And those sorts of things.
It's like everything else. There's so much out there. It's a minefield.
It is.
You know, if you find a product that works for you, fantastic, stick to it. But it is like a minefield.
But if you can get stuff through the NHS, stoma nurses are there to signpost you. Do it. There's no harm in it. And if it doesn't work, then you don't use it.
I think as well, it will go. We a lot of this really is mind games, right? And how you mentally see things. We talked about it with intimacy. We've talked about it with mental health. We talked about it with newly diagnoses. When you're exercising, a lot of that, actually, the first mental barrier is going to be the hardest thing to overcome. Like the first run you do, the first time you do weightlifting, because you're going to be worried. Oh, hang on, is that going to feel right? Does that feel right? Is that a new lump, or is that an ab coming through?
Is that a question of confidence?
100%. Yeah, I think that will be the biggest thing, because it's. I've said it to a couple of people that have asked me, like, "Oh, you always go to the gym, man? Like, what did you do after surgery?" I was like, start slowly, like lift what you feel like you can, and just listen to your body. It doesn't really change, even if you have a bag or not have a bag. It's what's going to work for you at this moment in time. And if it works, great. If you want to increase your weights, do it. But you have to find out for yourself.
100%. That's important.
And that's harder for some than others, obviously.
But sometimes I forget my stoma's there. Like the other day, I went into the shed and I had to pick up this quite large pressure washer, but I had to lift it over something. And as I lifted it, I thought, oh, that hurt. And I was like, oh, if I just give myself a hernia, I'll put that back down. Got my son to come and get it.
So easy to forget.
I just completely forget that it's there sometimes.
And is it as easy as that, just to get a hernia?
Pretty much.
It can be.
Wow.
It can be.
I didn't realise.
Coughing and sneezing.
Coughing and sneezing, that's all it did it for me. And the hernia started, but luckily I found a hernia support belt that worked for me online, and I have 2 of them on prescription every year, and they are absolutely fantastic, and I swear by them. Just check out my channels; they're on there.
To alleviate fears of people listening to us, like, oh my god, if I have stoma surgery, am I automatically going to get hernia? The answer is no, because I've not had a hernia. My dad had a hernia; he doesn't have a stoma. He's had a hernia from coughing and sneezing. So it's all like how your body is, but because you've had abdominal surgery, that's where the increased risk is. And that's where you just got to be that little bit careful. Like, I've run marathons, marathon, I'm training for others, but I run all the time, I weightlift, I gym, I've never had an issue. And touch wood, without ruining the microphones, that'll hopefully continue. But it's about learning what works for you.
Bit like Keith said, it's being sensible, isn't it?
Got to be sensible. Because you're not going to go straight out of surgery and then do something like tear your stitches. Oh no, you might actually.
That's another podcast.
But is there anything else that you would give as advice to people that are thinking about food, thinking about hydration?
I think the problem with food is see what
chew everything. Chew everything.
Yeah, don't eat like a duck and go like that, because that won't work.
And
I kept a food diary, which to save people's blushes about bringing food over and why I couldn't eat it. I just shared it amongst the family and just said, these are the foods that I can eat, these are the foods that I can't. Trial and error, things will move around. And that's just allowed us as a household to probably waste less. So the kids might have their food extra spicy and I might just choose to have it mild. Or, aunties and uncles that bring food over, I'll be like, right, you could have that, I'll have this.
I think if you're nervous as well in this space, like again for listeners and watchers, like have a talk with your stoma nurses because they'll give you hopefully, because mine gave me quite a detailed plan of you can have coleslaw, but if there's hard bits of cabbage, avoid.
Yeah.
Like
I can't
mushrooms, avoid. And it's like
mushrooms.
if you're having things where you've got like tough exterior fibrous skins on things, like just think about it. Like if you want it, mush it up or blitz it or do something, but go and get the expert advice from them. And I think that's probably the key bit. And you'll then, a lot of it then becomes trial and error.
Yeah.
And you may get a blockage. Like it's happened to me a couple of times. It does happen. And I've had food all the time where I shouldn't get a blockage, but I just haven't really eaten it properly and I've just shoved it in and hoped for the best. And I've gone, that's going to cause me problems later. Which does happen, but it's part of life, right?
But on the positive side, I love food.
Oh, who doesn't?
I really love
It's
food.
something that honestly, Saturdays and Sundays, I'll go to the butcher or I'll go get some meat or something, or I'll find a recipe like, right, that's what I want to do. I want to cook.
Same.
I love it. I just want to sit there, couple of hours, make something and just love it. I might have to start a channel. I might have to start a
Keep
YouTube
those
channel.
videos coming, mate, because I've been watching them.
Well,
and
my mate said
love
to me
them.
the other day, he was like, it's really interesting watching you cook because I can't see any food. He's like, you're standing there doing this, and he's like, where's the food? And I was like, yeah, good point, really good point. So I'm gonna have to probably get a GoPro camera or something to actually film it, to do a different setup. So yeah. Before we wrap it up, favourite food?
Oh, lasagna.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah, Mrs. does a banging lasagna.
Excellent. So we'll be over later for.
We're going to his for a barbecue.
Oh yeah, it's a bit windy and cold today, so
Okay.
we might
Yeah,
do it
do
next week.
barbecues all
Do an
year round.
indoor.
Yeah. Set us fire alarms up. Cheer you on.
Difficult to say a favourite food. Yeah, I haven't got one.
Oh, okay. Should we go barbecue for now?
Yeah, I'm pretty good at. I like my barbecue food.
What's your favourite barbecue thing to cook then?
The rotisserie chicken shawarma's epic.
Yeah.
My pulled pork is epic. However,
I'm salivating too much, mate.
beer can chicken's really good.
Beer can
Yeah.
Beer can
Yeah.
chicken,
I want
that's
that.
fantastic off a barbecue. But one of my favourites that I do is a low and slow shoulder of lamb
Oh,
with garlic, anchovies, capers.
You should have put this in the intimacy podcast.
herbs. Cover it with like a
Talk
nice
dirty to me.
garlic butter. And those anchovies and the capers melt into the meat.
Wow.
And
Chris will put all of the links to the recipes in the comments
can I
below.
change my answer to that?
and it is fantastic.
What about
the
you, mate?
flavour.
Chips.
I was going to say, how do you follow that? Chips.
100%. Chips. I'd have chips with everything. I'd have chips with breakfast cereal if I could. No, I absolutely love chips.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Do you love chips, Keith?
Oh, I love chips. So I do like meat. I like lamb, chicken, pork, beef. I like them all, but I love chips.
Chips.
Yeah, so we'll leave it there. Chips.
It's got to be anything that's.
What's
like,
yours?
Oh, like love seafood.
I do
love
like
it.
seafood. Yeah.
But then all the stuff you just said, anything low and slow, lamb, meats, I think at the weekend I did a lamb shank a couple of weeks ago. That was a
you
few
did.
hours in the oven. Just
I'm starving.
beautiful. I know.
I love seafood.
Should we wrap this up and get some food?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Sounds good.
Thank you very much, everyone. All of you for listening. That's going to end our small series from Beyond the Pouch and Men's Health Takeover. Thank you all for joining. Thank you everybody for listening.
It's been an
Thank you.
absolute pleasure.
It's been
Let me
world
tell you.
class, hasn't it? It's been great
Loved
fun.
it.
Been amazing.
If I could sit with you guys just once a week and just
That'd be
chat,
amazing.
Well, we'll
it'd
just do it on
be
Teams, shall we?
fantastic.
Something like
It
that,
would be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like Teams?
Lots of people, because Zoom,
Or
other
Teams
things.
always goes
Get
wrong
Keith.
with me.
Yeah, exactly.
You need your tech advisor
Yeah,
with you.
Maybe we should do it as another podcast, tech advice.
I think so.
But yeah, guys, thank you so much. And most importantly, get talking, men, because we want to see more people out there
definitely.
talking about their stomas,
touch.
IBD, mental health, everything.
This is
and chat
what
with
this
us.
is all about. Getting men talking. Please talk.
So there you go. Right, until next time. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care. See you soon.
Yeah.